Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we are filming one of my favorite videos ever to watch, to film, current favorites. So I'm going to share with you guys all the products that I have been loving as of recently. I didn't do an April favorites because I was kind of in the middle of testing out a bunch of new products. So I decided to combine April and May and give you current favorites. So I have, of course, some amazing makeup items and then also two random things that are going to blow your mind. Well, maybe not the one, not so much, but the other one is gonna blow your mind and you will absolutely love it. Make sure you watch the whole video though and watch till the end. Don't skip through the video. Even though I know some of you impatient ones there are gonna skip, but just make sure you watch the whole thing. I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure you grab a snack and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and hit the bell that way you're notified every time I upload. And let's get into some current favorites. Okay, so let's start off with a foundation that I have been obsessed with. This is definitely added to my top holy grail drugstore foundations list. So this is the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. This is medium to full coverage, and let's just take a moment and appreciate this luxurious packaging, you guys. This is $5. Do you hear that? That's glass. This is so luxurious. Like, you wouldn't even know this foundation is $5. Like, you would think this is at least $10, you know? Because like there's a lot of drugstore foundations that don't even have this kind of packaging, and not to mention high-end foundation. So this is really setting the example for especially high-end brands. I feel like there's more high-end brands with no pumps versus with, and this is really setting the bar high for them. Like, if this brand can do it and sell this foundation for $5, that's so good. Other brands can do it as well. But I love everything about this foundation. I actually did a full coverage foundation routine featuring this, so check it out if you have not seen it. I used all drugstore makeup products. I love how natural this is on the skin, but you get really great coverage. I think it's a really great practical like daytime foundation, and if you want to build it up, you can do that and make it like a nighttime appropriate foundation. It lasts all day. I have tested this out through the heat, through working out. It's definitely one of those like just effortless foundations. I like the finish of it. I like how it's natural, so it's not dewy, it's not matte, so I feel like a lot of different skin types could wear it. The color neutral tan on me is perfect, and I'm wearing it today and I can't stop wearing it. It's so pretty. This is probably like neck and neck with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, which that one's like $6. That one is definitely more full coverage right off the bat. This one is more medium coverage, so I feel like this could be more practical for every single day. The e.l.f. one may be more ideal if you're going out or if you want something full coverage, but I like how this is buildable. For me, I usually don't build it up because I feel like the medium coverage covers everything perfectly for me for like an everyday makeup look like today, and it doesn't look cakey, heavy, and it feels really fresh and lightweight on the skin. It just feels like you're wearing nothing, but it's so airbrush and smooth, and I can't get over the fact that it's $5. Like, that's what really blows my mind. So you can get this at Dollar General, and all I can say is you need it. Next up, we are going to talk about some cream products that I have been loving. So first, I have the Fenty Cream Bronzer. This is specifically their Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer, and I have mine in the shade 03 Macchiato. This color, first of all, is perfect on me. It's not too warm, it's not muddy, and if you use a lot, it's a really easy product to work with, so you can easily blend it out, make it work with your beauty sponge, and just make it look really effortless, kind of like sun-kissed. I love this for every single day because it just makes your cheeks look really chiseled and bronzed, but just very natural at the same time. The formula of this is super creamy. It melts into the skin and it looks really, really natural. And I'm wearing it today, and I mean, like, look at that like bronziness. Like, it is perfection, and I have a bunch of different shades, which makes me really happy because Fenty is always very inclusive, which is why I love recommending them to you guys as a brand, because I feel like everybody can try it a little bit of their brand. I talked about the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzing Stick in my last favorites video, and I still love that. I think the formula is honestly very similar. It's just kind of in a stick form. However, Fenty has more shades. That one only comes in 2 shades. This one I believe comes in 8 shades, so you definitely have more variety with it, but the formula, it's really, really good. Speaking of creams, I had to also shout out their cream blushes. I love these. I'm actually also wearing them today. I'm wearing the shade Petal Poppin'. It's so pretty. It just makes your cheeks look like they're naturally flushed and like you're naturally blushing, and it's very, very pretty, very flattering. So the color that I love, like I said, is Petal Poppin' 02. Now these are much smaller than the cream bronzers, but they are cheaper. So these are $20 and the cream bronzers are like $32. So there is a price difference, clearly, because there's a big size difference as well. But with the cream blushes, you don't need a lot of product. A little bit goes a long way because they are super pigmented and you don't want to use too much. I feel like with the bronzer, you can use a lot. With the blush, just be very light-handed just to get that natural flush so it doesn't look like clown face. And also the cream blushes, I know they can look probably a little intimidating, like very bright. I know like for me, before I started using cream blushes, I was like, that looks way too bright. It's hard to work with. I just wasn't really intrigued. But when you swatch it, it comes off really bright and pink. But then when you actually have it on the back of your hand or on your cheek and you blend it out, this is the kind of color that you're gonna get. So it's like a really nice flush. So yeah, don't be intimidated by these colors. I feel like this color anybody can rock. Like if you're super fair, if you're a little bit more medium skin tone. So this is definitely like my everyday shade. And then if I want something a little bit brighter, I really like the shade Strawberry Drip. So Strawberry Drip is a little bit of a brighter pink. And like, look at me into pink blushes. I used to only really like peachy tone blushes and like orangey, bronzy tones, but now I'm into these colors. I think they're very, very flattering. And this is a really good color for, again, medium, deeper skin tones. Whenever I use this, I'm super, super light-handed, and I'll usually use like a stippling brush, like just something like this. And this one's from LA Girl, and I'll just dip it in here and then kind of just start stippling it right onto my cheeks, and it just blends it out really, really seamlessly. These are great for like no makeup days or everyday makeup looks. I think you would really, really like these if you don't like to wear maybe a ton of eye makeup and you really want to focus on the skin. Yeah, these are good. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the Fenty 125 face brush. I love this for the cream bronzer. It fits perfectly right here, so you can get that natural kind of chisel, and it picks up the product really, really nicely. Like usually I'm not like a big fan of high-end brushes because I feel like there's so many really great affordable brushes. Like I have a lot of like favorite drugstore brushes, but this is actually a really great brush. I've washed it several times. It doesn't shed, it's great quality, and again, it just picks up that product really nicely, and it packs it on and it makes it look super smooth. You don't really have to do a lot of work or put a lot of effort into blending out your bronzer when you're using this. It kind of just does it for you. You just stipple in the product and bam, you're bronzed, you're good to go. So this, I know it's an expensive little duo, but they belong together. They're like best friends. Like when you get one, you gotta get the other because it's a really good little duo. Next up, I have a new powder that I have been loving so much for setting my makeup. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I actually used this a few months back. I did like a testing my subscribers' favorite makeup, and this was a very popular product that you guys recommended. But I got the shade Medium 2, which was a little bit too dark for me. So I started using it, and then I noticed that my face was looking a little bit too dark. So I ended up getting the shade 1 Fair, and it's a perfect match. It is very light. I do wish they had more shades. That's like the only downside to Charlotte Tilbury with their powders and everything. Hopefully maybe in the future, maybe. But it is a really nice airbrush powder. Like it does what it says. I don't like this for under the eyes. I like it just to set kind of like my T-zone or like my cheeks. It makes my products go on really, really smoothly over top. And it truly is a very flawless powder. You do get a little bit more coverage when you do apply it. It's not like too much. It's not going to be cakey or anything, but it's definitely one of those powders where you're going to get some color. You're going to get a little bit of like an enhancement to your face. So I like to really focus this on my pores because it really smooths that out and it just makes it look literally so poreless. So I like to use like a small little concentrated brush, and then I will just kind of start packing that on wherever I want to look really, really smooth. This brush is the Supermodel Sculpt from MOTD. Any type of like small little domed brush will work, but I love this powder. It's really great. I think it's great for touch-ups as well because it kind of just rejuvenates your skin, makes you look really fresh again, and it adds a little bit of extra coverage, but it still keeps you looking really smooth and airbrush, just like the name implies. I know it's really expensive, and I'm all about saving money, you know that. But when I have some high-end favorites, you know it's real. I'm all about the drugstore makeup, but I'll be the first to tell you. I always say this, but when a high-end product is worth it, I'm your girl. I'm your guinea pig. I'll let you know if it is, and this is definitely it. I also wanted to shout out a powder blush that I've been loving. So with the Fenty Cream Bronzer, I will sometimes just kind of dust a little bit of translucent powder over it because I don't want to lose that color. Or sometimes I will set it with a powder blush that is very light or that kind of reminds me of that color. So I have really been loving the Colourpop Meteorite Pressed Powder Blush. This is a really pretty everyday rose color. When you go on Ulta's website, this is an Ulta exclusive by the way, but the color looks very orangey, very peach, and I thought that was the color and what it was going to be like when I first saw it, and then I got this and I was like, oh, it's pretty, it's just not what it looks like online. So just a little FYI warning that the color is definitely much more natural rose. I think even online it says like terracotta, like orange. It's not an orange color at all. It's definitely more of like a natural rose. It's really pretty though. I think it's perfect for every day if you want that natural flush. I really like setting the shade Petal Poppin' from Fenty with this, even though the colors are completely different when you have the Fenty one on the cheeks and then you go over it with this. Kind of just enhances it, makes it look really effortless. And I like to always set my creams no matter what, even though these aren't super tacky, just to make the product last a little bit longer. Colourpop is another brand that I love because they are very inclusive as far as colors. They have so much to choose from. This is just from a collection that they have, but their powder blushes I have tried before and the formula is really great as well. They have a bunch of other shades, but this is just like a newer color that I've been using a ton and I like it just because it is so natural. I have another concealer here. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This I have been loving for cleaning up the brows. This is what it looks like. It's one of those concealers in a jar. It is super, super creamy. I don't like this for the face because it doesn't have a lot of coverage. If you watched my full face of Glossier, you saw that. It's a very dewy concealer though, but it melts into the skin really, really easily. You don't need a lot. So whenever I'm cleaning up my brows, I think it's a great formula for that. You don't want a ton of caked up product in this area, especially because we're going to go over it usually with primer and foundation. You want to just keep it really minimal, really natural. So I think this is a great concealer for getting that sculpted brow, but still keeping it really natural. Another Glossier product that I've been loving is their Boy Brow. I love this for setting my brows. This will give you like that like natural fluffy brow look. What I really like about this is that there is a lot of pigment in this. I have a lot of favorite tinted brow gels, but they're really light. They're not going to give you a ton of color, especially if you're using this on like your natural brows. But this gives you that fluffy brow look, but it actually like has some pigment to it and it's going to give you some color. So you could definitely use this if you're not wearing any brow makeup at all. Just throw this on your brows and they'll look really sculpted and full and fluffy, but they'll still be set into place. No hairspray brows, so your brows are going to be set without actually looking really dry and like stiff. Like they're actually still going to look like brow hairs. So I'm a big fan of this product. The brush tip is super, super tiny, but it's not too small, so it fits perfectly right onto your brows. I have a pair of lashes for you that I've actually talked about many times before on my channel, but I'm kind of starting to like use them up again. I've been using them so much on a daily now. I've kind of like rediscovered them. I gave them a break, was using some other ones for a while, but now I'm using them again and I love them. So they're actually the lashes that I'm wearing today. They're the e.l.f. faux mink lashes in the style Drama Queen. I love these lashes. They're so pretty for every day. They're not super long. You know, they're a little dramatic, but not too much. They are really easy to apply. The band is a little bit thicker. It's not completely invisible, but when you apply them, they look very, very effortless. They don't touch your brows or anything. So they are, I think, a really great like everyday glam lash. I also really like it with like a smoky eye. I feel like it really like elongates your eyes because they're like really wispy and kind of tapered on the end, so they look really, really pretty. I love these. I have a bunch of pairs in my collection and I actually want to order more. You can reuse them. They're only $5. And what I really like about these too is that they don't look super fake like Halloween lashes. Like they definitely look really fluffy and full and just really pretty. I just love them. I love everything about them. My favorite way to wear these is with a look that I'm wearing today. So like no eyeshadow, just a little bit of mascara and liner on the bottom waterline, and then you throw on these lashes and I feel like your whole life is just put together just because of these lashes. Okay, I have two lip liners here to shout out. These are from Milani. So these are the Understatement lip liners. So I love their Color Statement lip liners, which is like their traditional like pencil liners, but these are their retractable liners. And I'm usually not a big fan of retractable liners. A lot of them tend to break whenever you use them and they don't last a long time on me, but these are really, really creamy. They don't break and they just give you that perfect kind of cream finish to your lips. You can fill in your lips with these because the formula is really nice. Like I said, it's like a cream. They perform like a high-end lip liner. They last all day. So I have two shades here. They have brighter colors as well, but like duh. The shade 160 Cafe Au Lait. I don't know how to pronounce that. And then the other one is Saucy Toffee 170. So the shade 160, which is like the one that I can't pronounce, but this is like a really pretty like true like kind of beigey brown tone nude. It's a great everyday shade. It's what I'm wearing today and I think it complements a lot of my lip glosses and lipsticks that I wear. And then the shade 170 is really good if you're into more of like a brown and you want to do maybe like an ombre. So you want to do like a darker brown lip liner and then you want to do a more like lighter nude in the center of your lips. This is beautiful. I really don't like to spend a lot of money on lip liners because I feel like these exist, so like why do that? I have two glosses here to talk about also. These are from Colourpop. They're the Lux Glosses. Oh, you guys, these are wow. Okay. You guys know how much I love the Fenty gloss bombs, and I know that's like a really pricey lip product. This, I think, I don't want to say it's an exact dupe because I still love the gloss bombs, but I think this formula and these colors are very, very close and similar to the Fenty gloss bombs. Like, they give you that juicy, sheer, wet look to the lips. They're really comfortable, they're not sticky, and they smell really good. So I'm wearing the shade Come Through today, which is probably my favorite color because it's like that Your Lips But Better shade. Let me just grab the Fenty one really quick, hold on. Okay, so I'm about to swatch. This is the Fenty gloss bomb. So this is the original gloss bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. So that is what that color looks like. So really beautiful, again, sheer, juicy wash of color. Now this is the Colourpop color in the shade Come Through. So first impression, the Fenty one looks to be like a little bit more pigmented, as you can see. So this one is Colourpop, and then this one right here is Fenty. So the Fenty one seems to be like a little bit more pigmented, but you can see still it's like that very similar effect. Like, it's not like an exact dupe, but I think it's a really good alternative if you want that like juicy Your Lips But Better kind of shade, but you don't want to spend $19 on a lip gloss. I totally get it. So the shade Come Through is definitely a good alternative to the Fenty gloss bomb. They're super moisturizing. I like how they're not sticky. I also really love the color Overnight. Overnight is more of like a cream. It doesn't have like any like shimmer or anything in it. Overnight is more of like a peachy, like true cream lip gloss. And this is what Overnight looks like. So again, you still get that wet kind of look, but the finish of it is just more creamy. Since we're talking about lips, I wanted to shout out the Glossier MangoBalm.com Universal Lip Balm. I've actually seen a couple people say that this is like just an expensive Vaseline. I have to disagree. I don't like putting Vaseline or any type of like Aquaphor or anything on my lips. That just honestly makes my lips more dry and more irritated. I don't know why. I've always been really sensitive to lip balms like at the drugstore for some reason. I think this is better. Definitely is a lightweight lip balm, so it's not going to be really glossy or juicy or anything. It's not like a nighttime lip mask. It's a good like everyday lip balm after skincare, before makeup, because it moisturizes your lips really nicely, but it doesn't leave that nasty residue right in between your lips, which I hate. So it's a good lip balm. I have the mango one here, which I really like. I also do like the coconut one. I like the mango one more than the coconut, but the coconut is a nice, like, it actually smells like authentic coconut, and this smells like authentic, like a mango candy. Like, it smells really, really good. So I like this a lot. It just literally, it just, when it comes out, it is a little bit more of like a thicker kind of consistency, almost like Vaseline, but when you have it on your lips, to me, it's not like Vaseline. Like, it's better. It's a creamier formula. It actually moisturizes my lips really nicely, and I think before makeup, it is a perfect lip balm. So a little bit pricier, but I've been using this every single day, and I still have a lot of product left, and I've had this for a while, and sometimes I will use this multiple times throughout the day. And they also have one that I keep in my car, which is just like the universal one that doesn't smell like anything, which I think is great as well. So I'm a big fan. So I have the coconut one in my bathroom for right after I'm done my skincare. I can put it on. I have the universal one in my car, and then I have the mango one in my beauty room. I know, I'm so high maintenance, but I love this lip balm. I think it's so good. Okay, now we can finally get into the two random things that I have been loving. So the first thing is this right here, which is like the Jade Roller. But this one, the reason this one is so unique and I love it is because this one actually vibrates. It's from the brand Flawless. I have actually worked with them before, and I love all of their different tools that they have, but this in particular is amazing for the morning. I have been using this every single morning after I put on my moisturizer, my serum, SPF, and it feels so good. You just roll it on your face upwards, and I love how it vibrates because I really feel like I'm getting like just a better effect. I put this in my little mini skincare fridge in my bathroom. I wake up, it is so cooling. I don't know if this really works as far as like the long-term effects of this. I want to believe that it does, but obviously I haven't been using it for years and years. I feel like it helps with puffiness as well, like around your mouth or your cheeks. It kind of just like, oh, it just feels so good. So I recommend putting it in your fridge or getting a little mini skincare fridge so you can kind of just keep it in your bathroom. Life-changing. And you can actually change the little top of it, and that's why I like this one so much than like the traditional ones, because it also comes with a little eye roller as well. So with this, I like to just kind of press it under my eyes in the morning, and I feel like it helps with like depuffing a little bit. And I feel like after doing this, it really presses in my skincare products better into my skin. And you don't have to put these in the fridge. Honestly, they've been out here on my table for a little bit now, not in my skincare fridge, fridge and they still feel very cool, so you can still get that cooling effect even without actually putting it in your fridge, but it just feels a little bit better when you're doing it, especially the under eye one. If you put this in your fridge and then you go under your eyes like this, it feels really, really good, and it really helps with that area, especially if you just woke up and your eyes need to be a little rejuvenated. This is perfect. I love how you can like switch off the top. Last but not least, I'm about to change your life and help you out. So, you know, when you're washing your face and you have all that water dripping down your arms, and it is the most annoying thing about washing your face and doing your skincare. So what I was doing for a while is I was just using hair ties, and I got this idea from I Love Sarai. She showed it in like her nighttime skincare routine before, and I was like, oh, that's like, that works, that's genius. So I was doing it for a while, but then obviously your hair ties are gonna get soaked, so you have to wash your hair ties, which isn't really a big deal, like whatever. But a subscriber sent me this. This is called the skincare sleeve. So basically you put this on like a little sleeve, and mine has makeup on it, which is cute. And by the way, the texture of these, like what these are made of, is like a towel. Like it's a good quality towel. It's not one of those microfiber towels. It's soft, but it's a little bit of like a harder towel texture, which I like because it actually like dries off and it's not gonna like just move the water around your face. Like I hate super soft towels because I feel like they don't really dry anything. So the towels are good quality. You just put them on like this, and then you can wash your face and you don't have to worry about the water dripping down because it's literally just like a towel, like a little sleeve for your arms, and it is genius. I'm like, oh my god, this is seriously the best invention ever. And also the good thing about it is like a towel, so you could use this to dry off your face, pat it dry, or you could use it to pat off your sink and dry off the water around your sink after you're doing your skincare. And of course, since it's like a towel, you can just throw it in with your laundry or your towels every single week in the washing machine and just reuse it and you're good to go. I've washed this many times now at this point and it's good quality. I've never had any issues with it. Obsessed. I think if there's one product that you get in today's video, I think it's these, because they're like 12 bucks, but like I said, the quality is really great and it's such like a simple fix to such an annoying problem like having water dripping down your arms. So I love it. So thank you so much to my subscriber for sending this over. I wish they had different colors maybe in the future, but I do love the pink. I think that's really cute. So that is it for my current favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below of your current favorites, products that you're loving, random food shows, random things like this. Let me know because I'm always down to trying out your recommendations. You guys always recommend the best products, so leave me a comment. And thank you guys for being here. I will leave everything linked down below if you guys want to check it out. I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!